Don't y'all come up in here trying to normalize no fuck shit. All right. Don't y'all cut because we hit the 2-minute mark now. Don't y'all come in here trying to normalize no fuck shit, Lady Azor. You know, I know who you is, girl. You cool. Girl, don't you come up in here trying to normalize no fuck shit. All right. Let's see. You saying this, you must be from down south, and y'all know sleeping with your cousins is down south shit. You must you must be from down south. Okay, but do not come up in here. No, let me tell you something. If I got introduced to you as cousin somebody, you cousin somebody. Do you understand? And there is no way in hell that we should be sitting over here normalizing you screwing cousin somebody because they just married into the family, so they're not biological. I wouldn't give a holy high hell about none of that y'all run around there talking about. All right. I don't want to hear that shit talking about that guy ain't her biological girl back. I wouldn't give a flying holy fuck. If I got introduced to you as cousin somebody, then you cousin somebody. And I ain't going around out here ratting cousin somebody. I ain't jacking off cousin somebody. I ain't letting cousin somebody skeet all up in my pussy and giving me churn. I ain't letting cousin somebody do that. Whether that's blood, whether that's married into it, whether that's what, if you cousin somebody, then you cousin somebody. Like I said, that's some down south shit. That's how I know she from down south. Some down south shit. No. All right, we is not normalizing that. Yes, I'm from down south, but I don't give a damn. I ain't normalizing it, and I ain't finna let y'all normalize that either. And I want to get that out the way right here, right now. Okay, I want to get that out the way right here, right now. Talking about something that ain't like it was about. I wouldn't give a shit. He got introduced to him as cousin somebody. She got introduced to him as this your cousin somebody. We're not normalizing that. Hey Dominic, we about to go in and have on KeKe wife for allegedly sleeping with her cousin and having babies by him. Or at least that's what her ex-husband say. So we finna listen to what he had to say about it. See, I ain't know nothing about none of this. Y'all sent me this. This was 3 days ago. This took place 3 days ago. I ain't know nothing about this. I heard about Biggie Mama passing. I heard about Tiger Mama passing. I heard about the ice truck picking up the silverback. I heard a lot, but I ain't heard this. My best friend had children by a double cousin, and yes, we are in the South. Thank you. All right. Like I said, riding your cousins is some Southern shit. But no, we're not finna normalize that. Do you understand? Nice shirt tee to end Black History Month. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, Miss McGraw had to dig to find this. Yeah, thank y'all. I couldn't find this, so I said, well, I found it in the nick of time because Black History Month damn near over. Well, yeah, I know I get started at the 10-minute marker. We fat 6 minutes in. I just had to get a Zor together right quick. Coming up in here trying to normalize cousins, riding cousins, and all that. We don't do that down here in Florida. Girl, bag. Y'all do that and then some down there. Don't even get me started on Florida. Talking about what Floridian folk don't do. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. How and what the likes looking like? Cause see, it's people piling up in here. 117, 53 likes. I ain't saying shit else till y'all get these likes up. On my mama. See what the hell Instagram talking about. Oh, this my boo. What he said? What the hell? Hey, what's good, y'all? What you mean don't come for Floridians? I didn't. I just told the truth. Don't start acting like the millimeters. All right. Don't start acting like the millimeters. I just told the truth. Y'all know how y'all do down there, down to the Scotts Towers and all that. Y'all know how they do. Y'all know y'all ain't got no shame down there to Carroll City. Y'all know how they do. Okay, a few of y'all will ride the hell out of y'all cousins for a conch salad down there. So let's not even go there. See, I knew people was gonna get up here and be all high and mighty. For what salad? A conch salad. KeKe is from Kentucky. See my point? Like I said, that's some southern shit. But we not normalizing it. However, eight, nine, 10. All right. We down to the 10-minute mark. I'm not gonna keep y'all here long as this man was talking for a damn hour. And I ain't finna be up here for no damn hour. I really hope the man just say what the hell he gotta say for he said. Because y'all know Potomac come on tonight, Married to Medicine come on at night tonight. I plan on watching both of them tonight, so I ain't necessarily got to worry about watching tomorrow. Ain't no sense in watching Potomac go Peacock because, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be the same either way. They ain't cussing each other out like talking about it anyway, so I ain't missing nothing. So I ain't gonna be up here too long. But yeah, we finna listen to what the hell this man had to say for he Ted. Now, this is her husband, Zachariah. Now, correct me. Is he the one that's because I do know her first one was we saw that on the show. But I think I was hearing grumblings um around Juanita's and them that Zachariah was too. I don't know. Don't give me the line. Um, okay, don't give me the line. That's why I'm asking y'all. I don't know. All right, and that's why I didn't say it. I didn't say it. So y'all get me together in the comments. Is it true what the folks say, or do I got it mixed up? You can't keep up with that lady's husbands. Yeah, but it was only one or two of them that y'all deemed. So I'm asking, is he one of the two? Ain't he the last one? I could have sworn they were saying that about the last one. Somebody answer my question. Y'all know. But it's like 8 husbands. Okay, but 2 out of the 8 was. So I'm asking. I know they said that about the first one. And I think they were saying that about the last one. Ain't he the last one? Or is there another one before him? Well, after him, should I say? Ain't he recently the last one? That's what I'm asking. Y'all don't know. Well, we about to listen to what Musclehead Zach gotta say, honey. Zach, I don't know if you one of the girls or not, child. I could have sworn they said it was you. But the people don't know. The people said that she changed husbands like she changed babies. So I mean, I don't know. But
hey, you guys. I'm sorry I had to come back on here.
That's him, by the way. He sounded a little toddish. But we about to listen to what, no shade, but he do sound a little toddish. But we about to listen to what he got to say, sped up, because we ain't finna be here all night listening to these people.
Because the video ended and I accidentally cut it off. And but I wanted to come back on here and finish what I was saying.
Can y'all hear
so
him?
I want to tell you guys that I haven't been able to see my children for over.
Before he gets to how he won't see in his churn for like a year or so. Can y'all hear him? Let me rewind it back.
Over a year.
So I can make sure y'all heard.
And finish what I was saying. And
all right, you heard it. All right. You heard the last husband was abusive. Well, is this Zach? They saying ex-husband. So I'm just assuming this one of the recent ex-husbands.
And so I want to tell you guys that I haven't been able to see my children for over a year. I left in November the 4th.
Testimony.
2023, November the 4th or so, 2023. And I did not see my son, KeKe, until the end of June, which was the divorce court for me and KeKe.
Y'all want to know what I don't understand? I don't really get the men who get up here and complain about not being able to see they churn in X amount of years or months or weeks or whatever. It's like, go to the courts, nigga. Go speak up on behalf of your child. Like, does it take that long for a child, for a husband to get the child and all of that? I'm just asking. I don't know. You said my volume went. Hold on. Wait. Don't spam it in the damn chat. Wait. Shit. I hate when y'all do that. All right. Is my sound better now? Because somebody was calling me. Is my sound better now? Supper, what is you talking about? Oh, you name it down the husbands. All right, good. All right, you said Ramat was the first one. Michael is the second one. Zach is the third one. Well, this Zach. So Zach was the third one? Child. But yeah, like I said, does it really take that long for fathers to be able to even see they churn? Does it take a whole year for that to happen? I mean, unless Zach was a horrible father, abusive, and all of the rest of that stuff. I mean, why did it take you so long to see the damn your kid? Because y'all know I don't know. Does it take that long for that to happen? So in the meantime, in between time, the fathers just do nothing. They just gotta wait. The first one was the one KeKe only had 3 husbands. I don't know why I thought she had more, child, because of all them damn churn. All right, that's why you thought, because of all them damn churn. You said it depends on the family court. I mean, but you know what? Because she got so many damn churn, I just don't see a judge that would really be keeping the father away like that. Like, she got so many damn churn. How many she got? 9, 10, 11, 12? Like, you said if he not paying child support.
Where we would have the divorce finalized. And I wasn't able to talk to him and see my kids. It was impossible for me to call her because I refused contact with her because of the maniac, her maniac ways, the demonic, the belittling, the verbal abuse. That's done for life, as I stated.
Zach, if you don't pick your nuts up and get out of my face, I know something. So because she cussed you out, you didn't see your damn churn. Zach, I don't want to hear nothing about that. Zach, I don't want to hear nothing about that. You cuss her raggedy, bad body, wide coochie, wide drop booty coochie ass the fuck back at. That's what you do, Zach. I can't stand when a man get up here and talk about something. Oh, she talked about me one too many times, and it became too much for me, and so that's why I ain't had no contact with her, although she got my churn. Like, let me not do that, because I ain't no baby daddy. Let me not do that.
And so, at this particular time, I wasn't able to talk to them anyway because her and her cousin were living together.
Ooh.
I'll call it allegedly, or whatever you want to say.
Ooh, that's the cousin.
November the 3rd.
Child, the cousin gave church queen. Like, what's KeKe? You gotta type because your cousin gives church queen. That's the cousin. I saw this picture on Chef Don thumbnail. So that's the cousin. The cousin give a little church queen.
3rd. I'm sorry, the 4th or so after I left. 3 weeks later, Larry was living there in the house she had moved Larry in, which is her cousin, Larry Weathers. And he was still married to his wife, Ebony Weathers. That's these guys.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll put that picture back up here in a minute.
Child.
But
KeKe about as bald as damn Jada. The hell going on, KeKe?
Forgive me, my camera is over here, so if I'm looking over here.
No, the cousin not white. The cousin a nigga. The cousin giving church queen. No, the cousin not a Caucasian. He ain't no little white fella. So the cousin is living with her. They screwing and doing and hooing, and he's still married to somebody named Ebony. Ebony, go and get your husband, girl. Or is you scared of KeKe? Child.
It's just better for me. The way I have my camera, you got a bigger picture, but I'm looking at myself. But the camera's over here, so don't pay any attention to that. So,
yeah, child, I saw the same picture that Don used on his thumbnail. That's the exact same picture that Zachariah just held up and said that that's KeKe's cousin, the one that's living with her.
So anyway,
apparently he a pastor.
I was not able to, when I left and I had to leave for the last time, as I expressed, my oldest son was bumping into me. She had confronted my oldest son. I was his stepfather, for stealing her money. And he had been taking out over $100 a day, and she allowed it to go on for about 7 days. And so he had racked up over $1,000 he had taken from her out of the ATM. He was taking $100 out of the ATM, plus him and his girlfriend Takaya were spending $250 to $300 every other day. The expenses were every other day was like $300, $250 was racking up every 2 days of them going out to eat, going to different places, fun places and stuff, and ordering stuff off Amazon. My second oldest son, again, was the stepfather. That's why I'm talking like this. He had recently, I don't know, 5 or 6 months prior, put the card, his mother's debit card, KeKe's debit card, on his older brother's phone. Raja has had her debit card since he was 14 years old. She allowed him, when Michael Jamar, her ex-husband, left, Raja, got him a card from the bank, another debit card, his own card, and at 14 had him paying the rent, the lease, the mortgage, or whatever of the house, and paying bills. And so he would take her card and he'd buy and do whatever he wanted to. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, he ate whatever he wanted to eat, steak, blah.
Well, KeKe, if you need another child, I don't mind being your KeKe. My mama dead. Do you understand? And so since you giving it up like that, if those the requirements of being your Sharon, I don't mind, coming in as a surrogate son. All right, give me that card. All right, I'll put it to good use. If that's how you show your token of love and affection to your Sharon, I'll be your Sharon girl. Go on ahead and let me run that card up. I'll run it up real good, KeKe. Okay, and you ain't got to tell me twice, daughter, mother. I'm gonna run it up real good. Do you understand?
It don't matter what, he got whatever he wanted.
Okay.
And in my time being there over 5.5 years, is sometimes 5 to 6 boxes coming every day. Sometimes it was 2, but it was.
But you know what, Anita? I don't even care. Because be clear, KeKe has been running around without her helmet on for eons at this point. So you know what? I'm gonna let him have it. Go on ahead and tell all her damn business. I mean, it ain't like she's singing like she's supposed to no more. It ain't like she being an artist like she once was. So I mean, hey, anything to keep her relevant and keep her money in the pocket so her churn can spend up all her money. I'm here for it. I ain't mad with that what he doing.
It was something coming almost every day from Amazon, it seemed like, from Raja with her money. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. She allowed it, and that's her business. I had no say so. And she was raising the older children, raising monsters because they were spoiled. And so sometimes she would not give the children money. And Bean did not have her card for all these years. He recently, before I left in 2023, November 2023, again, as I stated, his older brother, his younger brother, Raja, who had the card since he was 14, he had it put on his Apple phone, on the iPhone, to where he could, buy stuff. He had the card.
Yeah, Jay Breeze, but the thing is, if she gave it to them to do certain things with, that's fine. But what he's saying is, it was the other son using it, buying and spending things up freely, doing this, that thing, and the other. Like, I kind of see his side of things a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Now I know some people may be like raising monsters may be a bad thing, but listen, when you're dealing with a spoiled child and then you got a spoiled teenager on top of that, who then turns up to be spoiled as adults, that ain't good, because you gonna be raising children that is gonna be looking for somebody to constantly take care of them, even at their overgrown, rusty ass ages. You gonna have sons who's gonna be looking for a girl to take care of them. You're going to have daughters who's going to be looking for a man to take care of them, because that's what their mama did. And the thing about it is, that's not real world. That's not real life. You may luck up and find a man or a woman that don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Spending on you and doing this, that thing, and the other, but it's going to come at a price. It's going to come with control. Anything that you take care of, you can't control, and a lot of people would use that just for that. So I mean, I can't say he necessarily told a lie when it came to that, because I get what he's saying. Like, she gonna be raising people that when they get old, they're gonna have a hard time, and they're gonna be a problem for other people, because they're gonna be running around through life feeling like, well, my mama did this for me and she gave it to me anyway, so you need to do the same damn thing. That's how they're gonna feel. They're not gonna feel like they gotta work to get what they need to get. They're not gonna feel like they have to also add and contribute to the household and this, that, and this. I get what Zach is saying.
Card on his phone, so it was the same thing as having a physical card. That recently had happened, just before I left. So Raja was doing whatever he wanted. He went through like 13 cars in 2 months' time, lying, fake pay stubs, and all this stuff to get it done, to get the vehicles, and doing all this mess, getting checks from CarMax, and all this foolishness that they could they knew it would put him in prison.
CarMax? Your man be KeKe wide. Ain't nowhere in hell you going down to CarMax looking for a... That shit I do on my budget. Like, what's T?
Put him in jail. Fraud. And so I couldn't say anything about this. I knew all along. She was so ignorant. He'll tell her mom, deposit this check from me, from CarMax or whatever.
And he right. It is fraud. That's why I'm saying, like, I can't even get mad at what he's saying when it comes to that. I can't.
Oh, okay. How did you get this? Dummy. God forgive me. Just ignorant. And so with all that being said, she confronted she confronted Bean. He was the only one that was called into the room. He was the only one that was called into the room and confronted him about taking her money. Now Raj, on the other hand, for the most part, she never confronted Raja. She allowed him to do whatever. He buy stuff, he buy whatever he want, and it's just when it got outrageous. Sometimes, I remember there being times, we were on our way to the airport, and all these different vehicles. He had gotten a Mercedes Benz from CarMax, and she noticed he had withdrawn $1,500 after she left for work. I was driving her to the airport. She had a show. And she said, "What are you doing? Did you just took out $1,500 and you didn't call me and ask me for what?" "Oh, Mom, I got to fix this oil pan. I got to fix something on the truck." Didn't even say anything to her. He was that bold because he had been spending her money. Now, meanwhile, I didn't let Raja know, but Bean knew, my oldest son, Mimi knew. But I kept at least $15,000 cash in my car. I had a safe in my car. I also had 2 different accounts. And Miss Wyatt, when I came into the marriage, she told me, she said that she would like to be private, with her money. And if I said, "I'm not here for that." No, when I would take her to the bank, she walked up by herself. That's none of my business. I'm not there for that. Okay, excuse me if I'm looking off. The camera is over here, but this is better with me talking, just doing it.
Hey, the boss, what's good, babe?
I'm explaining that I'm nipping this in the bud because it's actually foolishness, but I have to nip this in the bud before I go into full-time ministry. And so this is the day that I had to leave that house forever. And God set it up. He used the older kids, Bean and Raja, primarily Bean at the time. And so, and Raja. And so she brought Bean into questioning for taking their money that day that I had to leave and stealing their money. He began to lie. He lied even on my older sister, saying that he had to get edibles and he had to send all this stuff to Arizona. And he had to send all these things and whatnot, lying on her that this is where the money was going to. And it was him and Takaya ordering stuff off the internet, clothes, you name it, going out to eat, spending it, different spots, fun spots that they're going to, and without saying anything to her. And so, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. She said, "Well, then why were you, if you spend it $200-300 a day, you and Takaya, why are you taking out $100 a day?" "Oh, well, I was just taking it out because I didn't want you to be mad. I didn't want to take out too much. It was just a bunch of mess." And so,
I don't know. Maybe he a dope boy in real life. I don't know, brother man. X. Maybe he a D boy in real life, and we just don't know. I mean, them the only niggas I know riding around 15K in the car, just ride around with it. So I mean, maybe that's his claim to fame.
Raja ended up coming in the room, and so he's coming in the room to so-called take up for his older brother, and because Raja was his mother, she looked at him like that was her God. And that's why she allowed him, all the children knew, to do whatever he wanted to do. He didn't have to, Raja, the older children, they didn't have to respect nobody but KeKe, their mother. She'll jump on them. She'll put her hands on them, slap them, beat them down, whatever. But anybody else saying anything to her kids, the thought was, she'll kill them. She'll take them out. I'll kill you for messing with my children. For if you say one word to my kids, her children were her God, but Raja was her God. And so she allowed him to just do and so she created a monster. Plenty of times, this particular story, my oldest son was with Mimi, and they were in the Suburban, and he always was involved with road rage. He hated most human beings, people. He didn't like people. And the only people he liked was someone that would kiss his behind. And I was always kissing behind. I kissed all my children behind. It wasn't fake. It was love. But you get sick and tired. I love my children. I look past them being spoiled and them having these monstrous characteristics. But she caused it by the way she raised them. She raised them to not have to respect anybody but her and everything like that. One particular occasion, my kids came home.
You know what? This is interesting because I think I seen this play out on one of them shows KeKe did recently. It was a show that KeKe did recently, and this came up. It has something to do with one of her damn children, and I think her mama. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? It was a show that KeKe did recently, and this particular situation came up. I think it has something to do with one of her sons and her mom. Or was it her and one of the sons? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? This is how I know this man ain't lying, because a lot of what he's saying, KeKe's world. This is how I know a lot of what he said he not lying about, because I did see that on KeKe's world, where the son was very remarkably disrespectful. He was remarkably disrespectful. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't say this man is lying, because I did see that on the episode. It was her and her mother. They got into it over her son, Mama and Ralph. It was Ralph and his grandmama that fell out. Hey, Ian, why he grown as hell without a bank account? Right. He's lying. The kids would have kicked them windshields out. He not lying. He not lying. He not lying. Like I said, I saw the episode of KeKe's World where how that son was acting. He not lying. And it ain't a stretch for me to believe that all of the kids are like that. See, had I not seen that on KeKe's World, I probably would have sat at it. But I saw it for myself. That man not lying. I saw it play out on TV.
I told my older son, Mimi, they were probably afraid. Raja, there was a lady he was following. She didn't get out of the way quick enough. He was trying to bully her he had a big old Suburban that belonged my wife, her Suburban. And he followed the woman home and did donuts in her yard, in her flower bed, and tore up her whole yard. And the children were worried, Mimi and Bean, anyone could have came out with a firearm and laid them down.
Could have. Had it been LaFonz, that's what would have happened. LaFonz wouldn't have said nothing, and he damn sure don't. One thing about my dirty piece of trade, baby, he don't call the police. He don't call the police. He don't call the Po9. He don't call the Popo. He don't call the sheriff. He don't call the K9 unit. He don't call the SWAT team. You're right. Had it been anybody else, yeah, his little ass would have been taking a dirt nap, belly up. Do you understand?
Out of the house. It could have been deadly. And stuff like this happened. Calling women in Kroger's in different places, the B word, the BITCH word. For 40-year-old black women, 50-year-old black women, and she could have had a son in the parking lot. She could have had a son.
And y'all ladies didn't go upside his head
in the store or anything, and it would have been over. He getting chased home on the freeway because he done pissed somebody off or did some type of road rage foolishness, and calling his mother, saying he had to call the police. He's afraid somebody's trying to follow him home, that they're going to try to kill him because he has done something foolish. He done flicked somebody off. He done did this and that. He's going over 100 miles an hour trying to get away from them now. So he would do stuff, but then be a coward and not be able to back it up and want somebody, put his mother and me or anybody else in jeopardy to have to defend him.
KeKe, there needs to be a law. It needs to be a law set in place called KeKe's Law. And that is, if you ever get pregnant again, the state has the right to terminate your pregnancy. And the reason why I say that, KeKe, is because the spawns that you shitting up out your coochie, telling you right now, they listen. They couldn't be where I'm from. They could not have been where I'm from and did half of this shit that this man up here is saying that they did to people, and they was able to get away walking. I'm letting you know that right now, KeKe. Like,
and so
yeah.
This young man, when I turn 21, I'm gonna get a gun. And we weren't mad at each other or anything at the time, but I remember it was just a little discussion. He said, "Yeah, Zach, you too big. I would have to shoot you." I grew up around Detroit, Michigan. I live in the suburbs, but every time I went out, somebody was getting killed. Individuals, 2 or 3 people getting shot to death. I've had people shot and killed standing 20 feet away from me. The bullets rang out. 15 shots from a 40 caliber handgun. I've been at the cabaret years ago where I was with friends and with the wrong crowd, and a birthday party at a cabaret in Detroit, Michigan, and the bouncers put drug dealers out and they roughed them up, throwing them out. They went back to their cars, got sawed-off shotguns and AR-15s, and came back, shooting everybody, shooting the bouncers. And because I am a big guy, I look like a bouncer. I had to go run and dive into the coat closet and tell the doorman, lock it up before we get killed, because they would have killed me thinking that I was a bouncer. They were shooting all the security because of how big I was. So,
well, listen, Zachary, that sounds like a regular Thursday night. Okay, down to the alley in Newport News, if you want to be honest. Like, that sound like a regular schmegular Thursday night down to the alley in Newport News, honey. All right, or down to the Atmosphere when it was open down in Hampton. Okay, let's be clear. Like, the way you saying it, you making it sound like and it is, but coming from where I'm from and the type of dirty pieces of trade I was dealing with, girl, that. I mean, you hate to hear it, but but this ain't got nothing to do with my life and the things that I used to partake in when I was in my 20s. And I don't need y'all all in my business. So we gonna move on.
I'm giving out this information to tell you how serious this stuff was. So I'm a gentle giant. but I'm not no pusher. I'm like a real life Rambo. When you go to these car shows and stuff, you need about 200 rounds of ammunition and the Tommy gun or Uzi. And so I'm not going to get into what I carried or what I had or any of that. But I'm not the one. I am a man of God. But you remember the movie Rambo? He told everybody. He said he was a nice guy. He said I didn't do anything. And at the end of the day, everybody got laid down. So I have to run away from stuff and separate myself. I got time. We don't tolerate bullies. We don't tolerate the games, and we separate ourselves from the foolishness because that's Satan's agenda to try to get you behind bars or to get you in your grave. And so too many people have died. Too many people I've known, and yeah, I've been in circumstances, and the biggest and the baddest, and even some months ago. I told friends of mine, I said, listen, God said I'm not to be in any circumstances, environments where I have to fight or where I have to deal with a situation or violence or anything like that. God has me for full-time ministry, and you guys can't put me into anything I don't need to be. Well, my sister got punched in the mouth. She's not my biological sister. She's like a sister to me through my brother, my little brother Pierre, my former pastor's son. And so his wife ended up, my sister, his wife, she ended up getting punched in front of me by a member of the family, an uncle, who was supposed to be the baddest man in town, known for beating people up. And guess what? He got laid down. I had to restrain him, and he got laid down. And God don't want me in those type of situations. And I bless his name. I have to say all of this. I have to say all this. I have to get all this out because we're just keeping it real, okay? So just because a person is nice and just because they're easygoing does not mean that they are pushovers. And that is who I am. I am not a pushover. And so I fear the Lord. I love the Lord. And I repent when I'm wrong or if I do wrong. And so anyway, I told that story to say that I have wisdom. Even while I wait for wisdom, I have enough discernment to understand that you have to be careful. So anyway, going back into this, she dealt with the older son, and he's apologized, mom, and and she accepted and everything, and it was not even a slap on the wrist or whatever. I kept my mouth closed because I didn't have a voice. Well, anyway, they left the room, and
you always got a voice, Zach. You the man of the house, Zach. Don't you believe in God? The Bible says that the man is the king of his household, right? So there's no such thing as you don't have a voice. I can't stand to hear no weak ass nigga getting up here hollering about how he don't have a voice in his house. And I don't give a damn that she KeKe Wyatt. I don't give a damn that she KeKe Wyatt. In the eyes of the Lord and in the eyes of the Bible, she's your wife. So it bothers me when I hear men who get up here and say that they don't have a voice in their own damn household. Like, what? And I only feel that way because it's like I said, I was raised by a real nigga. Do you understand? I don't know nothing about my daddy not having a voice in his house. I've never understood that. Now, he gave my mama the utmost respect and he treated her as his equal, but there was no such thing as he never had a voice in his house. There was no such thing as he couldn't speak up about things that was going on and what was being done in his house. Like, you're a husband for a reason. Act like one. That's why KeKe treated your ass like that, because you got up here pussyfooting around instead of being a real damn man. That's exactly why KeKe treated you like that. Because I'm more than sure if you put your foot down, she'd have gave you some pussy. Well, maybe that's why you didn't, because you didn't want to have no more damn churn. Okay, maybe that's why you played submissive so that you wouldn't have to fuck her long enough to have no more damn churn. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
They went out there. Raja sat around the corner. And before he had left out the room, he called my sister fake, Maria, talking about I tried to talk to her. He tried to talk to his auntie, my older sister, and she was being fake. And so he lied on my sister. And then he said, I don't like being around any fake people. And so, which was referring to me that he didn't like being around. I'm in the room and I'm fake and everything. And so he left the room. Bean did, and his older brother did too. Well, he went out there and sat down. Bean went out over, like going over towards his place or his room or whatever. And Raja sat in the chair. Well, I came over there and started talking to Raja, and he was afraid because he had just called me fake. And he started bringing up, well, you restrained mom. I don't know if you'll restrain us, or you're going to restrain me, because he was talking crazy. And I'm in his, I'm in his face. I'm talking. I'm just like, Raja, what's, just keep it. Never threatened. Never.
See why? You were supposed to put the fear of God in that punk ass nigga. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't get no type of respect around there to the house, Zach. You too damn nice. You too damn easygoing. You saying you ain't a pushover. Oh, but you are. Because I'd have ran all over your ass just because I know I could have. That's why they doing it, because they know they can. You up here talking this big boy shit, but no, you're very much so a pushover. He called you faking your house, and he talked about your sister. That alone should have caused him to get football tackled and slammed in some damn bushes. Child, y'all niggas gonna learn.
Talking about he had a dream that I restrained him and all this stuff. These kids, he would call me broke ASS.
See,
I'm tired of these broke A and I, you know the word NIWG, and to refer to his biological father and me. When, like I said, I had 2 accounts, and I kept like $15,000 in the trunk of my car. Whenever they needed something, put $500 in his hand. No, thank you. Not even a thank you.
See,
talking about he lost money of work. He never worked. He didn't have a job or anything. And he some little job he's supposed to have started. He lost $500 to make. I put it in his hand, but not even a thank you. Being his older brother, most of the time I didn't have to give Raja money because he had the card. He would tell me, "Oh, I don't need that, Zach. I have the card. His mother's card, debit card." And so it was monsters, the older children in the house. Being Mimi, anytime they needed money, they knew they'd come to their daddy. I was daddy until I stood up for myself, because I was always kissing their behind, and they wasn't used to me saying anything. I couldn't tell them to wash the dishes. I couldn't tell them to take out the trash. Don't tell me nothing. They didn't even like their own mother telling them anything. But she's in their house, and it's gonna be a beat down. She's gonna jump on you. This woman, KeKe, she pulled a gun on her own son, because him and his younger sister were fighting. Nimi, at 13 years old or something, being the older son, went and got food. He came home. They had some words. I guess Mimi was like, "Why didn't you get me something?" Or something, and she got let me see, Bean got in her face or something like that, like "shut up, leave me alone" or whatever. And he got in her face, she said, and she told him to back up, and she hauled off and punched him 5 or 6 times, knocked his glasses off and everything. And Takai, his girlfriend, was there, and she's yelling. And we run down the steps, we right up in the bedroom, and here Bean done fell on her like a dork. And I love my oldest son. Stepfather, it don't matter, these I was married to family, it don't matter, the kid, they just spoiled. And so he falls on her like a dork. He's not used to fighting or anything like that. I'd have been my brother was a world class wrestler. Okay, he was an Olympic wrestler. My nephew wrestled for Arizona State. We some bad boys. We not the one. Somebody's gonna want to put them bullets in us, and it would be wise to do so versus fighting us. No, we were just keeping it real over here. Okay, but and so he falls on her, and so his mother, KeKe, she runs and dives and puts her hand into the diaper bag and pulls out her 9mm handgun.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. KeKe, you pulling the strap at the diaper bag. What in the Sodom and Gomorrah hell is going on around there to that household? So you got all kind of heavy artillery down to the diaper bags, KeKe? Bitch.
And she had the bullets right there. She snapped it. She put the clip in, cocked it back, and had a finger on the trigger, and was holding it 3 feet away from his chest, ready to blow him away. She empty it all in him. She said, "So you fighting my older daughter? You down here fighting you fight your little sister? I'm sorry, I said that wrong. She was 13. Bean was like 21, something like that. You down here fighting your little sister, jumping on your little sister, whatever." And he's telling her, shoot me. I don't want to live anyway. Kill me, I don't want to live anyway. I had to come back on here and get the whole scoop. Okay? I had to come back on here and just tell it like it is and get all this information out. This is my story. Okay? This is what went down in Miss KeKe Wyatt's house. Okay? And so it wasn't our house, it was her house. And so she was always calling me broke and all of this stuff. But her money was her money. And I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't know it was. I didn't know however much money she had. That was never none of my business. She didn't know that I had money coming in. That was none of her. That was none of her business. Remember, her money was none of my business. My money was none of her business. Since we're doing it that way, I'm not there for that. I'm there, and so I could drop down $700 weekly. Oh, keep that. Don't.
KeKe standing on big business, bitch, when she pulling out all type of AK-47s and oozes shit up out the damn about the damn diaper bag, bitch. Now I ain't know that you was gully like that, KeKe. Girl, I'm scared of you, shit. Like it ain't even safe to carry diaper bags right there.
Don't say that for dinner tonight. Tip the waitress, because she'll tip the waiter for you $500, $600, $350, $400. I'm not rich, okay, but I did have money coming in, and I didn't have to work. I had money coming in monthly, weekly. She didn't know about it, but I didn't know about hers. It's there for love and family, right? And so I'm with you. I'm like, cool, And so anytime the children needed money or something, they knew they could come to me. And where did I go to? The car. The only person I kept that from was Raja, because he loved money, And so, but I had a safe anyway in the whip. He could have got in there, but whatever. Okay. And so, well, he had my keys. He could have, if he found it, or he knew he could have, taken the safe and to try to saw it open. I don't know, whatever. So, but Mimi and them they knew every time I go to the car and I get the cash, let alone bank account. With all that being said, she pulled a gun on this boy, her son. And he's like, she jumped on me. She started hitting me and all this stuff like that. And I'm crying because she ready to kill this boy. Shoot him down. So anyway, she ends up putting him out the house. I ended up talking to her. I ended up going to get my son.
Now, KeKe, I understand. That's your daughter, and you don't want your son to be putting hands on your daughter. But KeKe, that is still your damn son, bitch. What the hell is going on with you, KeKe? See, I'm not trying to give KeKe too much because I live for KeKe as the artist. Do you understand? So I'm trying my damnedest to not give her such a hard time. It's a like, but KeKe. Now listen, there have been sometimes for me and my brother squared up with each other, but Joy saying ain't pulled out no strap out of her damn bingo bag. Like she ain't never did no shit like that. Like
he don't walk blocks and blocks away. I end up having to go find my son. Walked away from the house, and I'm crying, and I bring him back to the house, and I said, "Baby, please, just I'll take care of it, but don't do him like this." Yeah, my oldest son, because I loved all the children. Okay, that's the type of stuff that went on. So anyway, fast forward a few years later, he's going to the hotel gyms. I repetitiously lift 405, 5 and 6 times for reps. I could do 4 or 5 sets of those, and 15 times, and a max bench press of 500 pounds. But he's got the hotel weights, 25, 35 pounds, hotel weights, and he's a bad man now. In other words, young men filling their oats or what are filling themselves. And so anyway, fast forward back to the situation at hand, her having to get on him for taking her money. I'm talking to Raja. Bean comes and starts bumping into me. And the reason why he was bumping into me is he's still upset because a month prior, I had to leave and leave the state, go to my sister's house because I had to tell my oldest Bean, stop following me around the house. He was upset, talking about why did I get into it with the nurse. I didn't get into it with the nurse. The nurse had given me her hand. I was asking her a question about the baby's medication. Nobody was there. Raja came on in at the end. He didn't even hear nothing. None of that. He just heard me and his mother arguing, her fussing, yelling at me, and then I started. What he didn't know, I was getting cussed out for an hour while I was at CVS while I was gone. What's taking me so long? And all this trying to get Zion's medication. Well, I come back home, and she's still cussing, and you didn't have to be gone all that long. And I'm sitting up there waiting at CVS to get his vital, very important, his medication he has to have. And so I asked the nurse, and the nurse gave me the hand. She's doing something or whatever. And I said, and I whispered to KeKe at the time, I said, you see that? And I just whispered, oh, she didn't do nothing. What you jumping on her for? To throw me up under the bus with the nurse. And then it's like I did something. And what I did at that point, I exposed her. I said, the way you disrespect me, cuss me out in front of these children, the nurses, the oldest kids don't have no respect for me. The nurses don't have no respect for me. The nurse have to use the bathroom, she's running all the way to the other side of the house and going upstairs if KeKe's getting her nails done to give her my youngest son Keziah versus giving me the baby because the nurse they didn't have respect for me for how she treated me. She had no respect for me as her husband, none. And so it becomes a thing.
So Zach, Zach, I'm not trying to give you too much because you really seem like a really nice man. And that's why I'm like, why put up with it for so long? It gotta be because she's KeKe Wyatt. Because my thing about it is, Zachary, I feel like if she was just a regular degular schmegular KeKe Wyatt, who the world didn't know that, you know what I'm saying, was the produce manager down to Publix, you wouldn't put up with this shit from her. You would have been gone. Like, y'all wouldn't even made it to the damn aisle. So it's just like a lot of y'all men kill me when y'all be sitting up here doing all this shit. But it's like, yeah, but you put up with it for as long as you could because of who she was. I'm sorry, Zachary. I got to look at it like that. Now, I believe a lot of what you say, but I still feel like you stayed for as long as you did because she's KeKe. You see, a regular degular KeKe, you wouldn't put up with it. But because she KeKe Wyatt and her name rings bells and things come behind her name, you just dealt with it. And it's like now you turn it to us and it's just like, you know.
Miss Barbara, what did I do to Miss Barbara? And did nothing. It wasn't even about her. I had whispered to KeKe and said, she gave me the hand. And you know, what Barbara didn't do nothing. And that's how that got started. Okay? The oldest kid. And so Beans following me around. I don't know if he had a crush on her or what. He liked Miss Barbara. And so he followed me around about, you're a deadly weapon. You got to be careful. You're a deadly weapon and you scare people. And like he going to do something. I finally told him. I was sitting down. He's hovering over me. I said, son, get away from me. Didn't your sister just beat you up 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? What do you think I'm going to do? Get away from me. Quit following me around. Because I knew if I restrained him or I jumped on him, then KeKe is going to go run and get her gun or go get her knife. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay everybody down. No, no. And be like this behind prison walls, looking behind like I'm a dummy. No. So I told him that and his feelings got hurt. Okay. And so anyway, that's the reason why he bumped into me the last time that I had to leave. That's the reason why he was bumping into me. Okay. Because he was told me when I had came back even from my sister's house in front of his mother, he went to go sit. He didn't even know it, but I was inviting him out for breakfast. I was knocked on his window one day. It was early in the morning and he was taking the kids to school. And I knocked on his window. I came all around the house and it scared him. And I was invited, can I take you to breakfast? And he didn't even know because I was going to confront him away from his mother. And son, we would have seen how bad you really were. Okay, but God don't want that. God didn't call me. I wasn't allowed to be a dad.
Leave God out your foolishness, Zachary. You chose not to be a dad. Because from what it sounded like, you were scared that KeKe was going to fill your ass, pump your ass with hot lead. But if you felt that way, Zachary, you should have never got yourself entangled with her. You should have never got on one knee with her. You should have never walked down that sorry, tight ass aisle with her. You should have never did none of that, Zachary. Like, I can't stand no weak ass man. I swear, niggas like Zachary will make me go straight. Because it's just like, if I got to be the nigga in a relationship, I just may as well be with a woman. Like, shit. I may as well just go back to being a heterosexual if I got to be the man in a relationship. Shit. Like, because he seemed like such a sweet person. I don't want to do Zachary like that. But you told us this shit, Zachary. So this is how I feel. Like,
anyway. Okay, I was raised up. Children get their teeth knocked out of their mouth for the way I've seen this kids disrespect.
Me too. I was raised by old school, Joyce and Jimmy. Me too. You get out of line with them one too many times, you goddamn right. Your teeth gonna be down your throat. You're gonna be shitting them out later on. You right. That's how I was raised too.
Their parents and me and stuff like that. Listen, I'm never violent to the children. Any of that. I kissed their behind. I was always kissing their behind, and it was sincere. I loved them. I was trying to teach them, that you're going to cease to exist if you get out here in the real world and you keep doing this. Somebody's gonna get you. My younger daughter, Mimi, she's trying to fight people, grown women, 45-year-old black women at the mall. talking about she gonna beat that A and all, not knowing if that woman got a beat her up, got a knife in her purse, or let alone a firearm. And then I have to get a call about my younger daughter not there, not cease to exist.
Get your ass back in the bushes.
Shortly after she had whooped a bean and he fell on her and was holding it down, she was stopping the mess, kicking him out, whatever. And KeKe had pulled the gun on. A couple years later, she was spitting in Kemar, my younger son. He recorded the video. She was spitting in his boy's face. Kemar sent the video to me. He showed me. I had it on my phone. I kind of hinted at it, but I told him I saw the video. I had it on my phone where she's spitting in his boy's face on the bus, calling him all type of bitchs and all this stuff, spitting, flying in his face. Well,
it keeps getting worse. I keep thinking he about to wrap it up, and or it doesn't get any worse, but it keeps getting worse. It keep getting worse. Like,
he walked away from and something she kept going on with it or whatever, bullying him, and somehow or another he ended up turning around, her talking about he's scared and this and that. Anyway, he ended up beating her up. Listen, he broke her nose, he got the better of her, and he beat her up. And guess what happened? She was on the bus, unconscious, and we got a call. We were out of town for one of KeKe's shows. She was unconscious, not breathing. And KeKe's running around the hotel. She had a show, this is before show, about to lose her mind, and calling Andre and all this on the phone, and everybody praying and everything and all this. Y'all, I'm very embarrassed having to tell all this.
And then you said it. It's not funny. T, it's not funny. It is not funny. By any stretch of the means, T, it is not funny, bitch. Stop fucking laughing. It's not funny. It ain't funny. It's not funny. It's really not. It is not funny.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. I said, God, why'd you do this to me? I believe this.
Don't you blame that on him. This ain't got nothing to do with Jesus the Christ. Okay, because Jesus the Christ is nowhere in that house. So this has nothing to do with Jesus the Christ. Don't you sit your red ass up here and talk about something. God, why did you? No, God didn't allow nothing, son. God didn't allow this to happen. Do not put him on that. Don't blame that on him. God is not a God of confusion. He doesn't allow it. That's human. Humans allow confusion to rupture their household and their life. It ain't got nothing to do with him. Don't put that on him. You had an option. Remember that. You had an option.
Young lady's last chance. But let's get back to this. So that was the day, the whole reason for me, and I done took a half an hour explaining it. The whole reason for me leaving the first time. And guess what? So when he bumped into me, I started cussing. Back to my son. Bumping into me. Man, I started cussing and going off. I said, here I've humbled myself for 5.5 years putting up with you and Raja, which are disrespectful mouths. And here I humble, and he acting like he want to fight. He didn't want to fight me. He was trying to get me to provoke his mother, and I already knew what was going to happen. If I put my hands on that boy, she was going to run to the knife drawer. And I carry a filet mignon. Ooh. And it wasn't going. We're not going there.
Why?
We're not. You're not going to stab me.
Why,
Miss KeKe? You're not going to kill me. I had thrown her gun clip away a month ago before that happened because I saw something coming. I said, "You're not going to shoot me." Yeah, I've had the gun like I expressed waved at me 45, 50 times. She be calling me bees, broke this, broke that. I'm the one carrying all her bags through the airport, 80 pounds. You know, it seemed like 100 pounds, but I'm carrying all her like by hand. I'm a strong dude. Okay, all through the airport. It don't matter how long. I didn't need a cart. Okay, suitcase. Oh, you name it. Okay, and our driver. She said, "You're not my security. You're not my security." That's why I wore what I wore. Thank them. All people talking about black. I was depressed. Tank top, a knockout drag out outfit. In other words, when I went to shows, they like, "Why are we here?" They would laugh at me. Like, dude as big as you are, why are we even? We need the police. You know, I'm just like my brother, a world-class wrestler. I'm not the one.
But if they her security, they don't even have a right to even ask you that. See, that's what I'm saying, Zachary. You was disrespected by everybody. Even the damn security guards didn't respect you. Like, they have no business asking you no shit like that. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't have a job. See, now I feel like because they even asking you that, it makes me feel like she was fucking one of the damn security guards. That's really how I feel. Like, see, you seem like such a nice man. Like, and I feel really bad for you that you had to be hooked up with the likes of a KeKe. But that's that light skin shit. See, a dark skinned nigga with some melanin in him would not be going through, would not be going through this shit with KeKe. This some light skinned nigga shit if I ever seen it. Cause it wouldn't be one of my melanin brothers, and that's for damn sure. They'd have been cuss KeKe ass at long time ago. Okay. They'd have been let KeKe ass have it years ago. Do you understand?
Not the one. All this bully stuff and all this stuff. And so anyway, dang, I end up cussing, going off, and I really wanted to teach them a lesson, but I have to go on. Raja called the police. He called the police right then and there with his arrogant self, his coward self, talking about that I got guns. I'm having them hostage, holding them hostage, and this is all on the ring camera. And she only played chopped up a shorter version of me cussing to make me look bad and showing my older sister and showing everybody. But she didn't show my older son coming bumping shoulders with me and trying to be Mr. Tough Guy. Now, what if he would have brushed your shoulders, KeKe? Would you have stabbed him? You already held that gun 3 feet away, ready to shoot him down dead. Okay? Because you don't care about your life and you're a maniac. You're a lunatic. Okay? The ring camera. She has a short recorded clip of me going off on them and but not being bumping. All that was recorded, and she just played a little chopped up. It's bad when somebody knows what's going on, and there's so much of a liar. She said if her children killed somebody, if they took somebody out, she would go and say that she committed the homicide, that she did it, so that they could go free. That's how crazy this woman was. Her children were her God, but her number one God was Raja. Okay, and we're not gonna get into the things that Raja did before he got cancer, and a monster. Okay. And so, out of love, we're gonna leave it alone. Okay. But this is what happened. This is the last day.
KeKe, I'm gonna be real honest with you, and I didn't know that your son had cancer. And this is why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, KeKe. Your sins are not gonna hit you, they're gonna hit your children. And that's what it seems like to me, KeKe. Because I have never heard so much ish going on like this in a while. And I really feel like, and this is why, and I express this to y'all all the time. Karma don't always hit you when you have children. It doesn't. It don't always get to you. It's gonna get to the people that you love the most and that karma knows is gonna hurt you the most, which are your children. Because it seems to me, KeKe, all your children got some fuck shit going on with them. As many, and maybe that's why you're having so many kids. Because to me, it seems like you're trying to find at least one normal kid. But I don't feel as though you're ever going to get that, KeKe, and that's your fault. That's why I said they need to have a KeKe's Law with you. For you to get pregnant any other time after this, the law, the state got the right to terminate your damn pregnancy. That's honestly how I feel, KeKe, because I just really feel like anything that comes that you shit out your womb is gonna be doomed for life. That's really how I feel, KeKe. I do. I honestly like. I get if you have 9 kids and maybe 1 or 2 went off the unbeaten path. I can get that because 9 kids, 1, maybe 2. That's normal. That's I mean, all right. I mean, it's unfortunate, but okay. But for all of your kids to have some type of issue with them, KeKe, like this, like it ain't normal, KeKe. And you claim to be a Christian woman, right? So then you should know this. But I still blame you, Zachariah David. because I just refuse to believe that she just turned crazy once you decided to marry her. Maybe, but I don't buy that. I don't. I believe KeKe has always shown you who she was. I just believe you was blinded by the fact that you went on a date with KeKe Wyatt. KeKe Wyatt likes you. KeKe Wyatt texts you back. KeKe Wyatt wants another date with you. KeKe Wyatt wants to suck your dick from the back again. KeKe Wyatt wants to do so and so and so and so and so. I think you was more so blinded by that you just decided to forego all the red flags, and now you up here expecting us to care. I feel bad for you, but do I care? Eh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I see you naked and you got something to look at, I mean, I might care more. I don't know. Move it on.
Of me leaving that that house. That was it for life. And so uh, I left, and that was it. And so this is where Larry Weathers and for 3 weeks after I left, she's calling this man who's living with his wife in Kentucky, Ebony. They would come over and visit several times. We'd go out to eat and everything. This is her cousin. And so 3 weeks after I left, she cannot be alone, a lunatic. And so she figures out that I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back. Okay? Smart girl. And so she calls her cousin, who's still married to his wife, has him to come. He comes like 1 or 2 times. The second time, he stays. Him with his opportunist self. Forgive me. He's an opportunist. Him as an opportunist, he saw to take advantage of the situation to use her money to get at that bank account. Okay? And so after he locked it in and convincing her and telling her, you got to divorce Zachariah. It's got to stop. And his manipulation. 2 manipulators. Okay? She shaved her hair off after I left. Okay? 2 manipulators.
I told y'all she more I told y'all KeKe Wyatt got more skin on her scalp than I got more hair on her scalp than I got on my hairy ass, girl. Like I mean, I guess KeKe, is that the new thing? When y'all women get divorced or y'all lose y'all man, y'all just gonna go balding like Jada Pinkett? It ain't a good look. Now listen, don't get me wrong. A short dude works for some women. A balding look works for some women, but not all of y'all. I mean, I guess whatever.
And so he convinces her, you got to divorce him and everything. And so once Larry secured that she was getting a divorce, the goal was is for Larry to get his divorce, her to get her divorce. She thought, I think he was already divorced, but he called Ebony after he was telling her he locked it in, asking his wife for a divorce. So this woman stole her cousin away from his wife and had her own cousin to come live with her, and they began an incestual relationship, having sex and a sexual relationship, and then said they're going to start a church. Hopefully you guys can see that. It might be backwards. We're starting a church. Y'all guys can kind of put that together. I don't know if it's going to show up backwards on the.
So KeKe, you a nigga that's your cousin who's married is getting up here saying that y'all are starting a church. KeKe, I think y'all in Atlanta. I would much rather go to the Vision Cathedral and be up under all them sissies and punks while that church is ran up under a sissy and punk. I'd much rather go around there and church it up with them with them sissies and punks than to go to your damn church. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you, KeKe, because my whole thing is both of y'all bitches is living in sin. So y'all for surely cannot expect for me to think y'all finna preach my soul to heaven. Like, that's what I'm saying, KeKe. Like, what? This man has a whole wife, Ebony. And he's supposed to be your cousin. Who is going to come to your church? Forget about the fact that you KeKe Wyatt. Who is really going to come to your church and expect to hear the word of God in all its truth and majesty, and take it and go home and apply it to their everyday life with the way that y'all are living y'all life, with the way that y'all got together. Who, KeKe? I play about a lot of things, but I do not play about church. I don't play about God. I don't play about religion. I don't play about salvation. I don't play about none of that. Like, some things are not a joke. Some things are a joke. A lot of things are a joke. But like, when it's really about like that, like,
screen or not. But hey, everybody, we starting a church, and in the video, she's taking the video at her home in her bedroom. She passes the phone to her cousin Larry Weathers, okay, and to my partner, you know, we're going to be starting a church in February, and look at this, look at this mess. Nikki Gilbert goes and does a whole interview on them, and she put a small clip it up, 3-minute clip it.
now Nikki Gilbert.
She goes to Sound Atlanta. The name of the church, y'all remember this? Sound Atlanta. Okay, look, all the receipts are here. Okay, this is Larry Weathers. This is KeKe. Now let's get Ebony. Let's get some pictures.
Yeah, let me see what Ebony.
Let's do this the right way. Where's my iPad?
Yeah, let me see what Ebony look like. Go get your iPad for you. Hurry up. Let me see who Miss Ebony is. Because Ebony, I don't know what type of woman you is to allow KeKe to still get away walking. Because had it been my best friends, they'd have been fucked your ass.
Sorry about that, y'all. Just saying. I don't care if it's a little ghetto. We nipping all this mess in the bud.
KeKe, my best friends would have been fucked you up a long time ago.
Yeah, I erased all those.
I don't.
Here, we're going to do something like that. Give me a second, y'all. Bear with me. Okay. Okay.
Telly, Mimi, Nitra, right, Crystal, they'd have been fucked you up a long time ago, KeKe. I promise you, a long time ago.
Wife. I don't know if it's going to come up backwards.
About you.
Ebony, unapologetic W, Weathers, unapologetically E.
I mean, Ebony, no shade. I can see why the man left you. Like, first of all, your hair is a frizzy mess. T, stop. T, stop. Stop. It's wrong. Regardless, T. Regardless of what this woman is giving as far as pics go, it don't matter. T, stop. Stop. Remember what you're here for. You're right. You're right. I mean, I'm just saying, Ebony W. Whether there's no tea, no shade, but I can kind of see. Listen, he'll much rather deal with a bitch with no hair than deal with a woman that got her hair, but it's a frizzy, frowsy. Stop, because you don't even know this lady. Ebony, I would love to interview you. Ebony, should you ever see this, DM me, Ebony. Ebony W. Weathers, DM me, bitch. And you can come around here and say whatever the hell you want to say about them hoes. I'm here for it, Ebony, because I know you got a story to tell and you got a lot to say. I would love to hear your side of things and how you felt hearing this news and hearing this things that's going on between your husband and his cousin. I would love to hear what you got to say, Ebony. I ain't even finna give you all that, sis. It's okay. You had a bad hair day that day. I get it. We all got bad hair days. Like, look, I ain't went to go and shave my shit. So we all got it, Ebony. I ain't finna do you like that. That's why I'm wearing this hat. DM me, Ebony. I'd love to talk to you.
Okay. This is wife. Larry Weathers' wife. My sister. She was family, you know, because I was married into the family. Check this out, y'all. Watch this. Just bear with me. Who is this? That's Larry and his wife, Ebony.
Oh, you
and guess what they
pretty, had? Ebony. Ebony, you is gorgeous, actually, Ebony. Ebony is gorgeous. She really is. Ebony is gorgeous. I love her smile. Ebony has a really like a real genuine smile. Pretty teeth. You're real gorgeous, Ebony. Look, and Ebony hit a real gag. You look way better than KeKe used womb ass. Like I don't know. I don't really understand. I don't. See, the pretty girls always get the bad rep. They always get the bad rep because there is nothing wrong with Ebony. She is I love her smile. Her smile is everything. Her smile is the first thing I saw. Her husband ain't even all that. Her smile lights up the picture. And you do that lady like that. Ebony, if you want to talk to somebody, talk to me. Talk to me, Ebony. DM me. Somebody tell Ebony to DM me. I'll bring her around here so she can speak freely on whatever she got to say. Somebody tell Ebony to DM me. I know somebody out there know her.
They had their own church. It was called Sound Lebanon, Kentucky. So he took the church name, Sound, Lebanon, Kentucky, Sound, and he used that to create Sound Atlanta with KeKe, his cousin. Sleeping together in the room, locked in the room with the refrigerator, not coming out of the room, in a sexual ancestral relationship, living with KeKe in her bedroom. Excuse me. And you're pastors? You gonna start a church? What is God gonna do to you?
Yes, Ebony. DM me. DM me, Ebony. You are gorgeous, Ebony. Like normally when men do stuff like that, they say it's something wrong and you can see it. Ebony is gorgeous. She make him look good, in my opinion, because he not all that. Ebony makes him look good. Ebony, DM me. Please DM me. I'd love to bring you around here.
What is the Lord going to do to you? Hold on, I'm getting another. I'm getting some more. Okay, he was with his wife.
Gorgeous. Ebony is gorgeous. It's that smile. She has the exact same smile, probably in every picture. She is gorgeous. Ebony, DM me, because it ain't nothing wrong with you. Please DM me, Ebony. I'll
KeKe called him
you.
To come and live and with her. And so the goal was, y'all get divorced. You get a divorce from Zachariah. And the goal was for them to get married. KeKe wanted them to get married, a lunatic. So she wanted to marry her cousin and was trying to have a baby by her own cousin. Okay. Ebony didn't even know nothing about this. Somebody had to tell her. She didn't even know what was going on. She was still posting on KeKe's page. Hey girl, yeah, you done cut off all your hair and she's sitting up there with your husband, Ebony. That's my sister. I love her. All right. Let's go to some pictures of the church. Now, mind you, this I kind of feel bad. I did all this talking about the kids. We're 47 minutes in, but we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. Okay. I kind of feel bad because this is the more interesting stuff. Okay. Let's go down here to the church. All right. Y'all bear with me now. Just bear with me. Well, let's bring this up. This is Larry. He had a Widowmaker heart attack. His daddy had died, I think, back in 2020. 2 years later, he had the same thing his father died from. And I think he was in the pulpit when God struck him. He had a Widowmaker heart attack. And Larry died. This guy, KeKe's cousin she was sleeping with, allegedly, died. Okay. And they had to resuscitate him on a Sunday, Larry. Okay. And God gave him another chance. And you mean to tell me this is how you repay God, Larry? This is how you repay God? And you don't think there's no hell? And you can just live any kind of way? Where do you think Hitler's at, Larry? Where do you think hell that the devil and his angels are going to? The lake of fire. It ain't none of that. Now, I told you I'm a seasoned veteran. I've been out the body thousands of times. I've had thousands of near-death experiences, been to heaven and to hell. So because you ain't never left your body, you ain't never been to hell, you going to risk that chance, Larry? You know better. No, what it is you don't want to do. People don't want to, they don't want no rules. They want to do whatever.
You know what, Ann? I'm not going to play with Zach on that because he's older than me. I could tell. So he was probably in the military around the time 9/11 happened, and what's his name? Saddam Hussein, and what's the other nigga name? I can't think of the other one name. The one that they have, Osama, and all of that. So he might be right. He probably have stared death in the face more times than most gang members out here did. So I'm not gonna beat him up about that. He probably did. He probably did see a lot of death. He probably did see a lot of gory shit. He probably did witness a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and you know, things that, like, I'm not gonna take that away from him because he is a vet and he's older than I am. So I ain't gonna necessarily take that away from him. He probably did. He probably seen a lot of shit that most people up here will never see in our lives. You know what I mean? He probably has. So I'm not gonna beat him up about that. Listen, I interned down at the VA. And a lot of the stories that a lot of those guys used to tell me and I would hear about and things like that. Like, so that's why I'm not gonna take that away from him, because I don't know that much about him and his military background. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I'm not finna take that away from him. I'm not. I mean, he probably has.
Whatever they want to do, and think they're gonna make it in. Think they're gonna make it to heaven. You're gonna get to heaven anyhow. Saved by grace. Listen, God told me to tell you that people have been prostituting His grace. He said, "No liars, no fornicators, no adulterers." Huh? Mm-hmm. They'll have their part in the lake of fire.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
And so you didn't learn your lesson. Was down for a whole year, and after this, after you down for a whole year with a widowmaker heart attack, like your father who passed away a couple years before you, you're gonna go to your cousin's house and seize the opportunity for money because you are a greedy, money-hungry, seeking devil. Mm-hmm. That you're gonna seize the opportunity to become. I'm a prophet, so to become because you want to be a famous pastor across the world and have everybody look at you and maybe hopefully drive a Bentley. Your ambitions and have a secret lust for your own cousin anyway. Because you never would have done it if it wasn't there in the first place. You would have turned her down. But have a secret lust? Ugh. And this is all very embarrassing and disgusting for me ever to be connected to. But God has His reasons, and God has exposed you guys. Because God is cleaning house. He's cleaning house. Okay?
He is. He is, KeKe. And it's coming in the form of the name of Zechariah. He is, KeKe, and it's coming in the form of the name Zechariah David. Listen, I never met this man a day in my life, but I believe, I do. I believe 95% of his story. I'm just saying.
Y'all give me a second.
Shit. Gag is, I believe, 97% of his story.
We just exposing it how we need to. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video in a minute. It's almost an hour in. Okay. So let's quit beating around the bush. Larry, he couldn't take it anymore. The abuse and all that stuff, and she was having to pay for him. See, she having to buy him. He had to put the money on the nightstand. See, paying all the musicians, the church, and she and dang it, where's the picture at? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold up. And so, like the new guy, Mr. Anthony Hardaway, I'm just kidding, Mr. Anthony Whitehead, allegedly, he was paying your cousin, Mr. Larry Weathers, to sleep with you, to be there with you, to live with you. But guess what? He couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, Larry Weathers live Facebook. He should be deleting it in a little bit with all the stuff that's going to be coming out. He should be shutting his page down a little bit. So get it while you can if he's still up. This is the church, Sound Atlanta. Okay, allegedly. Sounded.
Ain't no allegedly, because I heard Sound Atlanta before. Ain't no allegedly, friend. You're not lying. I heard that name before, Sound Atlanta, but I didn't know what exactly that was. I didn't know it had nothing to do connected with a church, but I've totally heard the phrase Sound Atlanta before. but I honestly did not know it had anything to do with a church or KeKe Wyatt. I didn't know that. So that's another reason why I'm believing a lot of what this man is saying. Sound Atlanta, I've heard that before. I didn't know it was connected to KeKe, and I didn't know it was connected to religion. I didn't know that. Now I do. I didn't know that beforehand.
Atlanta. And so Larry, after I left, okay. After I left, that relationship lasted. It ended until Mother's Day of 2024 is when Larry had enough. He left. Okay, they've been getting into it, all this stuff. Okay. And so Mother's Day 2024. So I guess that was March. In March. The church, by the way, the church started in February, March, April. It ended at the end of April. April, March. So Larry left. He left around Mother's Day, I believe. She took a trip and he didn't go with her. She came back. His stuff was gone. He was gone. Okay. Allegedly, she was trying to have a baby with her own cousin, Larry. Yeah. The goal is for them to get their divorces and then get married as cousins. That's where this guy comes in. Right? The bowling alley dude. Handsome guy. Okay. I'm not a hater. I was proud of her for being with someone that she's not related to. This is sick.
No, you didn't, Fren.
But guess what, honey? All his other women, you didn't talk and find out. Let me throw this out here. If y'all know I'm a prophet. So if I get you this Rolls Royce Wraith, of course she ain't gonna put in his name. I don't think she that stupid. If I lease this Rolls Royce Wraith, it's yours as long as you stay here. Here's a question mark. What can I do to get you to stay? Ooh. Money. Okay? I think y'all understand. So if you got to pay to play. So while she had called me broke and talking about broke this and that, Larry and Mr. she has been coming out of all kind of money to go for my cousin. This guy, the new guy, was introduced after Larry left. So right after Larry left, Freddie-O introduced Anthony to her.
Freddie-O? Freddie-O. The paparazzi Freddie-O? Did I hear you say that right? Go back.
Freddie-O introduced Anthony to her. A setup.
Freddie-O. Y'all know Freddie-O is the paparazzi. I think he might work for TMZ, but I could be wrong. I most definitely might be wrong about that. But I do feel like he may be connected in some way with TMZ, but I could totally be wrong about that. So don't go running with that. Don't go nailing to the cross with that. But Freddie-O hooked you up with this guy, KeKe.
Go get that money. And he's letting you know when y'all get into it, be careful, watch your mouth, because he saw the people that got money, the owners can become beggars, is what Mr. Anthony is saying. Watch yourself, humble yourself, because he's seeing people going to be rich and to be poor and be the workers. Okay, and so a lot of women wondering what's going on because they got money invested in it. Okay. I just did it this way. And if it was a little ghetto, forgive me. I had to go ahead and go there. Just tell it the best way I can. All right.
Yeah, Ocean. I guess him finding out that she was trying to do this with her cousin was just too much for him to deal with. And he decided to say something. And I'm not mad that he did. I'm going to be honest.
Listen, here's the point. What do you think God's going to do about this, KeKe? Forget Larry and Anthony sleeping with your cousin. What do you think God's going to do about this? She said, I don't want no holy rollers coming to my church. And you blaspheme God?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I agree.
And have y'all as pastors starting a church, an adulterous relationship?
I agree.
Allegedly.
I said that. I agree.
Running and starting a church?
I agree.
And he's still married to Ebony, his wife.
I agree.
Larry, what do you think God's going to do about it, Larry?
I agree. I agree. Huh? Like I said, I play about a lot of things, but when it comes to religion, I really don't play around with that. I don't. Like, now I may have some jokes here, there, here, but for the most part, I do not play when it comes to religion because I am a religious person. Y'all know me. I'm a Baptist. I tell y'all that all the time. Joy Sand had me and my brother raised in the church. Period. Like, and we had to be active in church. It didn't matter what we did, so long as we did something. My mama and my daddy was satisfied with that. So I tell y'all all the time, me and my brother was ushers. Me and my brother sung in a choir. You know, and when I got older and I went to my own church, I kept it going. I sung in the choir. I was a praise dancer. I was in the mime team. I was, you know, on the praise team. You know what I'm saying? I was very active in church. At once upon a time, I went to church every Sunday, and I was very active, and especially when I was younger. So it's like I tell y'all, I don't play when it comes to religion. Like things can be played with it. Things is funny, but when it comes to like church, religion, God, and all of that, even if I may have my jokes here and there, I don't make light about religion and church and salvation, you know, being saved and Jesus the Christ and all that. You know, that's just me. Everybody different, but that's just me. Moving on.
I'll tell you what he's going to do. He's had mercy on you there in that hospital gown. You know what it feels like. He spared your life. But y'all have crossed the point of no return. And so he's going to deal with you. And me as a prophet, the world knows why he's going to do what he's going to do now to you. Yeah. This is why.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You blaspheme his name. You played with it.
I agree. I totally agree.
You deceive people.
I agree.
And after KeKe started, they started the church, and the church ended. Guess what she did? She turned it into a nightclub. Come on out and see. Come on out and see me. Okay? You turn the church, the same church, into the nightclub. I'm gonna have to go ahead and end this video, but let me just say this. Warning comes before destruction. God's gonna get you.
One thing, and I'm gonna let it finish because it's the last part. Mello said the same thing. I'm just saying. Mello said the same thing. Warning comes before destruction. She said that. Just throwing it out there.
You had a chance to repent, and now you got to deal with Almighty God. I did a little strange. I just did it, you know, just talk to y'all freely. Again, the camera's over here. I've been looking over here. Don't pay no attention to that. But just know what you see. I remember watching Whitney Houston live from her funeral. There's things that I know about I can't speak of. Whatever happens, now you know why. She had told Brandon and Jazz and everybody get your guns and worried about me coming back. And honey, it ain't me you got to worry about. It's God. And she thinks because it's been over a year that God ain't gonna do anything. You about to find out as these videos are posted, as these videos and these things go viral. We're going to see what God is going to do. Anyway, that's my sister in the Lord. That's my brother in the Lord, Larry. There's no love lost. You have to take that up with God. God bless you, people. God forgive me. I just had to do it the way I did it. I'll come back on here with as the Lord leads me. Be blessed.
All right, y'all. Hold on. This ended in good time because I know it's 8:06. And the Potomac House Ride reunion started. The hell is this? Anyway, it's on autoplay. Anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna keep y'all here too much longer. I don't reach the hour and some change. Um, I just wanted to bring y'all this because a lot of y'all was emailing it to me and DMing it to me. And so this is why I decided to bring it up here. I appreciate y'all for the 200 likes. I ain't know because I couldn't see it. But I appreciate y'all for the 200 likes. Thank y'all for that. But like I said, I just wanted to bring y'all up here to get y'all thoughts and opinion on this. I'm finna go on ahead and end this though, because I do know the Potomac reunion is on and everybody don't have Peacock. So I'm gonna go on ahead and end this. But y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this situation. Let me know whose side y'all on. I'm on Zach. I'm on Zachariah's side. I believe a lot of what he said. And I'm not upset at him for speaking out. Even though I gave him a little bit, I'm not upset with him for speaking out. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this situation. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 11:15 a.m. for the Potomac reunion part 2 live. I will also see y'all tomorrow night at 6:15 for the Married to Medicine live. And I will also see y'all tomorrow night at 8:30. We're going to be on Yakrati's channel, Down to the Citadel, for the part 2 of the Potomac, Whether You Like It or Not panel. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. And until then, I'll holler at you. I love y'all for real. Bye.